Hello, Crixis here and welcome everyone to this week's video. I have decided to dedicate this video fully to the book I recently illustrated together with American author, and this is a book How to Teach a Troll to Read, and it's been out for like past 2 weeks, and I can finally share the link down below if you want to buy this book. And this week I will show you a little bit more of behind the scenes and how I created this book, show all the sketches and final artwork, and something I haven't shown you because that was kind of secret project throughout, I think it was from July till early December, so it's been like 4.5 months. And yeah, I hope you have a drink with you. Any drink is fine. I'm drinking white tea. Let's start with the sketches. I will show you a little bit more of the sketches and yeah. Okay, hello to this overhead shot. I think first I want to specify that I got contacted by Kelly on Instagram. I don't know how actually she found me, but it just so happened that she found me and she asked if I want to collaborate with her. And she's the author of this book and she wanted to give me a job as an illustrator so she could self-publish all of those books in America. And I think we talked through emails for 1 full month. I remember she contacted me on last June, and on July I started working with her. So and this is how these sketchbooks came to be here, because I cannot just start working on final artworks, and everyone who is creating stories can relate. You need to have like a base, you need to have some understanding. And I mean, for me the first thing was to work with the text, because when I'm illustrating my own stories, sometimes I start working on character designs or like some specific thumbnails, and the story sometimes comes later, but in this occasion I had already a story, so this was how I did it. So I used A4 paper, I printed it, the whole story, because the story was quite big. I made all the letters smaller so it could fit like in one page. And then I read probably this story like 20 or 30 times, and these lines I kind of was like thinking already about pace and rhythm and how all the text is split in between each page, and what kind of illustrations I need to create for each like part of the story. And sometimes the setting is changing. It's not only set in like one place. For example, it's not only in house, there are several locations. And I also wrote down like kind of character traits. So there was like a troll, a boy named Ben, but in the end it's named Tom, so boy named Tom, then grandmother, dog, and girl. So there are 5 different characters. I wrote all of the like kind of traits that are implied into this text, and this was a little bit more about the troll and the meaning of a troll, because in this book there is like a boy who doesn't want to read and who is not good at reading, and he turns into a troll. And I wanted to learn a little bit more of Scandinavian folklore, because that's where the trolls come from. And then also I draw like a timeline, which is so there are 5 different locations. One is home, another one is school, then it's bus stop, then it's bridge, and then it's home. And I kind of split out the locations, and I also wrote each character and where he is at that moment. So at home there's only Natty, grandmother, and Ben, and he's throughout the whole part till bus stop, and the Natty comes there. And yeah, so kind of I wrote the timeline of it. And this is kind of my initial storyboard. As you can see, it's almost empty. Usually in the first time when I do storyboards, it's super vague, and sometimes I cannot really see what's in there. There's just like vague pictures. I already knew that I want to create alphabet as end papers, so this was kind of like amplified up here. Then I started sketching a little bit more of the character, Tom. This is a school bus. This is just like kind of how the main character could look, and mini troll kind of ish. And then I sketched a little bit more of the main character. There is also a dog, and I wanted the dog to be Italian greyhound, because that's the dog Kelly, the author, has. And when she wrote the book, so she was thinking of that dog she has. So therefore I wanted also to create this dog as like a character. And yeah, so these are just like sketches of the dog. A little bit more of the dog. I'm not good at like drawing a lot of animal characters, but I'm getting back to it now, and now I feel pretty good at drawing animals. But there was some moment when I was feeling much better drawing like people rather than animals. And here I kind of, I don't know, this is like my first troll sketches. I don't like particularly any of these illustrations. These are just like kind of there. And so I kind of tried to make the troll character similar to the main character, so they could feel like the same character. And in the beginning I wasn't sure yet. I was also thinking what kind of hair color main character has, and I was also drawing a little bit more of the girl, and the girl is like kind of geeky, and I thought maybe she has glasses and like curly hair. I actually I really like these trolls, but the author didn't like the beard because we cannot see the mouth and how he's talking. So this is just it didn't work. But these feet, this is actually what I was going for, with like, it looks a little bit like hobbit's feet because there's like some hair on top, and also the feet is stinky, so I felt like this could be extra funny that way. So this is kind of the main character and troll, and I was thinking if they have like some clothing similar colors, that could also tell that it's the same character. I was also playing with the skin color, some more troll, also like with the beard, but yeah, so this is him in a setting, so he's kind of reading a book, and how he looks here, and a little bit more of the girl. And I really like that the troll has like this gingery hair, so therefore the main character had similar hair as well. This is a little bit more completed storyboard, I guess. This is kind of intro. This is the beginning page. It's completely different at the end. This page actually turned really similar than I drew up here. This as well. This is super similar. This is a little bit different. What else? This is kind of similar. This is similar. But yeah, a lot of things have changed since this storyboard. I also sketched grandmother. I'm as well. This was kind of challenge because I haven't sketched a lot of elderly people, like in illustration wise. I have done several drawings which are more realistic, but I wanted to make it like more like cartoonish, illustrative. So these are like sketches here. It's a little bit more grandmother, like a poses. Socks. I wanted to have her socks like my great grandmother would have. Also, the author really liked the ponytail, I really like the braid, but yeah, ponytail one, so she has in the end ponytail. And these are all the characters, by the way. These are hair colors up top. A little bit more of the girl, she's reading. This is just like a funny troll. This is kind of the end troll, but not really, because the proportions are a little bit different. Then I kind of sketched a little bit more of the American school bus, because I don't have it in Europe. In Latvia I didn't have it as well, and I just wanted to sketch it out a little bit, because I needed to have it in two different spreads. And this is kind of map, bird's view, and these are just like some cars, and I wanted to sketch like different bridges, because the bridge is quite important location in this book. Yeah, this is a Cambridge Bridge, this is a Latvian bridge, this is Devil's Bridge. I don't know where was this one, but yeah, I needed to have like circular bridge, which looks like moon when there's like reflection in the water. Also wanted to sketch neighborhood a little bit, because I needed to have like this bird's view, and the location is set in America, so I kind of went to Google Views and bird's view maps, and I was sketching some areas and how streets look in that area. So I was sketching, I think these locations are from Georgia, Atlanta, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, something like that. And this is another storyboard. This is almost like how this spread looks, the bird's view spread. These are also super vague sketches, as you can see. Super vague. This is actually pretty clear how this spread looks up here. Little bit more of grandmother, the chair she's sitting at. She's reading some patterns and motifs. Also, a little bit more of the mist scene, the changing scene, and just like some thumbnails. Then this is the first spread. This is pretty much how it looks in the final artwork, this part, but as you can see, I have so many different options on the side, and this is the final one where the grandmother's looking at the book near the window, and the boy is kind of running away with the dog. And I wanted to show that he's actually not really interested in reading since the beginning, so everyone knows that he doesn't want to read. And this is just like more of the setting, and yeah, this is the artwork I was working on. And this is classroom scene, American classroom. I was actually Googling American classrooms and kind of seeing what is like classical American school setting, and just like sketching some other characters as well as like extras. And this is another school scene where this is like kind of he's really good at singing, he's really good at math, but he's not really good at reading, and I wanted to kind of have like spot illustration spreads, and this is like kind of text placement and how it would look. Okay, so let's go into the second sketchbook, and this is How to Teach a Troll to Read, number 2. Starting up with the dog running, Natty, because there is one running scene with the dog, so I wanted to kind of see how the dog actually runs. I was watching several videos and seeing the process and stopping every like half second to see how it looks more naturally. Also, this is from the same video or different one, but yeah, I was also pausing, and he's running kind of after rabbit, so I wanted to sketch a little bit rabbit as well, and yeah, how rabbits run as well. And also I was checking how the ears are, like how the dog is like putting ears up, down, on the side, and what does that mean. This is a little bit more of rabbit. This is also rabbit as well. A little bit more of the setting and kind of scene. This is like a bridge scene, some river, a little bit more of the different bridge, and this is just like area in Atlanta somewhere. And so this is kind of a sketch of troll sitting by the bridge, and the American school bus is passing by. He's sitting there, and this is kind of one of the scenes, night scenes I did, and this is just like composition, how I wanted it to be. And this is him kind of realizing that he became a troll, and he's looking into the mirror, and the mirror is a river, and he's kind of seeing himself as like this big, hairy, smelly troll. And a little bit more of that here as well. I have some sketches from that scene, which are just like some different thumbnails and compositions. And I went with this one where he like fills almost full page, and I wanted the text to be there and the reflection is up there. And this is him peeking throughout the bushes and his smelly feet. I wanted to show the smell, so I will show you in the final artwork how it will turn out. And also the girl, she's like reading in location, and I wanted to sketch her in location because she's coming under the bridge to see what was the sound when she was passing by with the bus, and she's kind of reading up there, so I wanted her to put in the setting. And this is kind of some compositions from that spread. And here's the troll reading with a book. This is kind of the artwork that turned out like that. This is another kind of spot illustration spread, which is pretty much like it is here. And I love this spread, but it's not complete here. Okay, so this is pretty much how the final artwork is looking. Just a lot of details up here. And some thumbnails. This is also pretty much how this spread is looking. And this has changed, but it is pretty similar. So as you can see, these are like spreads. I hope it's understandable. And this is another scene. So yeah, kind of in the end I was drawing more like a thumbnails, and the last spread has changed I think 3 or 4 times, because I was talking to the author and she kind of wanted me to change some things, and so this never happened. But yeah, if there was like this scene, and then there was this one, and here's troll without beard, like almost like it's not covering the mouth. And yeah, kind of a little bit more of the troll and how he's speaking and talking. A little bit more spreads. I wanted also to experiment with color, so these are like colored illustrations. And the boy is wearing bright green jumper, and I wanted the bright green to reflect into troll as well, so he's wearing kind of like dungarees, short ones, and the shorts are the same colors as his jeans. And kind of, I hope you can see that it's kind of close. And the girl is looking like that, the grandmother is looking like that. This is the night scene, just like some experiments and color palettes. These are actually the only colors I used for that scene. This is another scene I played with some different colors as well. Sometimes it's really great if you don't know exactly which colors to use for the scene, to just make some small quick thumbnails with color, and then it's much clearer. This is a little bit more of the last scene, and also still like this is somewhat similar like I did in the end, but yeah. This is more last spread, and this is a title page, and in the beginning this was a title, and these are just like sketches. And I had like this amazing idea of a troll who is sitting on a pile of books and trying to read how to read book, and it's up like upside down. And I felt this is such a great idea, so that's like, and the author really loved it as well, so therefore this is literally the sketch I made for this cover, and it's just like pile of books and that's it. But I feel it's working really, really well, and I was really happy about that idea, and especially that I felt I'm not really good with covers, but to be honest, that book is looking really great with the pile of books. This is actually fountain penning I used just like for sketching. This is the kind of cover. I wanted the dog be at the other side, so therefore the dog is like on the other side. And yeah, just these are just some sketches. This is how the title page should have looked with the bookshelf, but the author changed it a little bit, and now it's the first spread, but before it was like title page. This is me trying. I remember when I did draw this, I kind of looked through the mirror and said every letter and how I say it, and tried to like draw the mouth and how it moves. And yeah, so kind of this is how the end papers turned to be 8 end papers. Yeah, and this is like the title page with the bookshelf. I have 2 more images, so these are kind of like last storyboards, and I think I will zoom in a little bit. I kind of put all of them together. I check the colors and how it all looks together, and I did like color storyboards, but at this point I already knew almost every single spread. I think the last spread I did was the last scene, but other than that, all the artworks I did in like different timing. Okay, so these are the sketchbooks I used for kind of getting the story in the right place, but I have a pile of artworks which I have done. And I want to let you know that I think I spent like first 2 months working just on sketches and character design and getting the story in the right way. And only then, with the approval, I started working on the final artworks. And I'm just gonna get them out. I have put all the illustrations in order as the book goes by, and yeah, I'm gonna show you the illustrations first, and then we are going to look at the book. So this is like the cover. It's quite big size, so probably will not fit in the whole page. No, in full. I don't know. I hope you can see the full, like, kind of opening, but it's quite big size. And these are all the books, and I used several different mediums to make this book. And I also tried to use limited color palette. So mainly I used acrylic gouache together with some colored pencils to give texture. I used a lot of just mechanical pencils and graphite pencils, even like for some detailing and kind of showing the line work again. And this is my favorite color, pastel enamel, and this is the other page of the back. This is the end papers and how it looks. All the, like, it's the boy as like the one who is showing all the different poses of face, and it's on both of the sides of the book. So then this was supposed to be like a title page. In the end, it's an opening page, and this is a little bit different. So this is the first spread in the book, and it's indoor scene. I really like how much detail I put into this, and that the boy is running away. This is left like a blank space for text. This is bird's view scene, and it has a lot of details, and I think I spent like 2 or 3 days for this particular spread. Some of the spreads I worked on were like only 1 day, but some took like 2, 3 or even 4 days. And it's because if there's like a lot of detail, you work with like really small thin brush strokes or pencil marks, and it just takes generally time. I remember these were made with acrylic medium and gouache, and it's kind of a little bit transparent marks. I really like how these turned out, and this blue, it's really beautiful together with all of these tones. And this is like a river, and this is like you can see the school bus in several places. This was initially placed for text. I left it blank, and you will see it's a little bit different placement for text, but this was like my initial idea. And this is like half of the spread, it's here. So I was thinking to not add a lot of details in this part, so when you open the book it's not like really cropped. This is a spot illustration spread, and how it looks. This is another school spread, and I actually really like it. There are a lot of characters. I needed to show expression to each of them, that the one is like reading by herself, and some of them are laughing at him, the other ones are not paying attention, then there's like a teacher, and I wanted the text to be somewhere here, and here's like his shoes, which are stinky. This is the running scene where the dog is kind of running away, and the boy is like trying to catch the dog but cannot, and he stays near the bridge. And then it's like this is transformation page where the troll is the boy turns into troll. It's like eclipse, full moon eclipse, and like there's like some mist going on. I really enjoyed working on this scene. I think I also used like this acrylic medium to kind of mix it up and make several layers. You can see like brush strokes here. Some of the rocks are made with pencil. I used the parchment acrylic color up here in like thin layers, so it's kind of, you can see different layers on top of each other. Here's like some troll's feet. And this particular composition was author's idea, so she suggested that in one of transformations we can only see the troll's feet. And here is the troll looking at himself in the reflection. This is the scene with him being angry that there was like a lot of sounds because he kind of was sleeping under the bridge and there are like cars passing by. And I have another illustration from this, and it is the same but it's different because I don't know why, but I thought it will be brick bridge, but it actually looks much better with like stone bridge, and it looks more like ancient than having it like that. So I completely redraw the image, and I feel it's working much better than this one. I just wanted to show it as well, because not all artworks turned out as I wanted them and as author wanted them to be. Then there is another spot illustration spread, and this is like kind of stinky feet from the troll, and I just was adding transparent layer of parchment acrylic color, and I feel the parchment acrylic color just was perfect fit for this book. And here's like some spot illustrations from the girl, and yeah. Then it's this spread where the troll is like reading a book by himself, and there's like huge like transparent layer of stinky feet. And this is another spot illustration spread. So the girl comes back to the troll because she forgot the book under the bridge, and she's trading the cookie for it, and then she's suggesting that she could teach him how to read and write, and she's doing just that. I actually really love this composition and this how this spread turned out. So this is under the bridge, and this is the half of the spread, so you can see in one side there's like a girl and the other side there's like a troll, and they both are writing some letters, and I feel this is such a beautiful spread. There are some like my favorite spreads, so this is one of them. If you want, let me know which is your favorite spread of this book. Then it's celebrations spread, where the troll is like happy that he learned how to read, and it's like at night there's like a fox and a mole and bird and mouse and hedgehog, a lot of animals. And this is another transformation. It's also lunar eclipse. There's like a fog, and the troll turned back to a boy, and this is the boy. This is like my initial text placement place, but yeah, so this is how it turned out. And this is the last spread. It's again inside the house. The grandmother's reading, this time by the fireplace, and the boy is like looking at us directly, and the dog is sleeping with a carrot. So yeah, this is these are all the artworks, and it took me like 2 months to finish all of these artworks. It is indeed a lot of work, and it takes a lot of patience and practice and talking back and forth with the author as well. And I guess now let's skim through this book. Okay, so this is the book. It's in hard covers, and these are the end papers. I guess I will not repeat everything I just said. You can just follow through the story, which I just told you. This is the author's signature, and whenever I will give, like I have 10 copies the author sent to me, and I already gave away 2, so whenever I'm giving the book to someone, I'm gonna sign it as well. This is a little bit more about the author, and this is a little bit more about me. It's really surreal to hold the book in the hands and just look through it. I'm really grateful that I was participating to create this book together with Kelly, who wrote it. And I hope I will have similar opportunities in the future. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching through the process and how I made this book, and let's hope I will get another book deal soon. Thank you everyone for watching this week's video. If you did enjoy, please leave a thumbs up. If you stayed till the end, write in the comments down below how to teach a troll to read, so that way I will know that you stayed till the end. And thank you all of my lovely Patreons who are supporting me over there. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you next week. I will share, next week will be more about process of creating picture book story, which I'm currently working on. It's kind of like my own idea, and I'm just working it through so I can send it to publishers, hopefully, or self-publish. We'll see how it will go, but yeah, stay tuned for the next week's video. Okay, bye! Bye!